Hey guys, welcome back to Motivation and Box Trucking. I'm so excited to continue the state trucking series with you all. But before we get into it, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. And if you know anyone who's interested in trucking or is currently an owner operator but is kind of stuck in the rut, be sure to share this video with them. So without further ado, let's get right into what's moving Indiana. Indiana is home to one of the largest limestone deposits in the world and has had the honor of President Abraham Lincoln calling it home from 1816 to 1830. Located in the heart of the United States, Indiana is known for its role in both manufacturing and logistics. With the state motto of the Crossroads of America, it is not surprising that it has had a major influence on the logistics industry. Just this year, Indiana has taken a major innovative step in an effort to simplify the electric vehicle charging abilities of its highways.
Highway that would power heavy-duty vehicles while driving a stretch of US 231 in West Lafayette, which is becoming an electrified roadway. The idea is that EV semi-trucks will drive over these coils and then pull energy from them, charging the trucks as they go along the highway. The technology will solve two major hurdles for electric heavy-duty trucks. Eric Graves has details.
Think of this like setting your phone down on a wireless charger. The charger is these coils set in 2 inches of concrete, and your phone is a semi going 65 miles an hour down the road.
What was science fiction 20 years ago is present now.
Steve Pekarik and a team of Purdue engineers are working to develop a first-of-its-kind technology to power electric semi-trucks as they drive on the road.
The road provides that power instead of having, for example, the battery provide that power.
The power comes from these coils in the road. We watched Wednesday as INDOT crews installed them into the quarter-mile test site on US 231 in West Lafayette. Soon they'll be covered by 2 inches of concrete.
Now we're just going through and we're covering each coil up with the pavement, leveling that out and having it almost ready to where it could be drivable here in the very near future.
Pekarik and his team tested the newest of the installed coils Wednesday. The idea is electric semis will be able to drive at 65 miles an hour, and a magnetic field will transfer energy from the coils to a receiver on the truck.
You're talking about 200 kilowatts you have to deliver, and that's a lot of power, like on the order of 100 homes worth of power.
The goal is for the technology to be installed along truck routes and reduce two major hurdles to making EV trucks more practical.
You would place these coils within the roadway, and then all of the EVs can reduce their battery size and reduce the range anxiety.
Right now, batteries for EV semis cost around $250,000. Pekarik estimates this technology will reduce that by a factor of 10.
You'll need a battery to get onto the roadway. You need to get it off the roadway. But while it's on the roadway, the battery isn't needed.
Soon, concrete will cover the coil on US 231. The road will be reopened for the winter. In the spring, the Purdue team will test the technology with an EV semi-truck. The hope is to charge up an even larger section of Indiana Highway here in the next 10 to 15 years.
Now that's definitely a step in the right direction as an alternative to charging stations if electric trucks do indeed become mandated in the future. As for CDL drivers in the state, the average earners bring home about $50,000 a year, or around $26 an hour. Some of the highest paid drivers can be found in Indianapolis at around $92,000 a year, Elkhart at about $93,000 a year, Hammond at around $94,000 a year, and finally Evansville, Indiana, coming in around $98,000 a year. Now we will take a look at the agricultural commodities that can be found in Indiana. A commodity is a raw material or primary agricultural product that can be bought or sold, such as copper or coffee. It is also a useful or valuable thing, such as water or your time. The top agricultural commodity in Indiana is corn, contributing about $6.6 billion annually to its economy. That is followed by soybeans at $4.8 billion a year, chicken eggs at $1.8 billion a year, hogs at $1.6 billion a year, and dairy products such as milk contributing $1.1 billion annually. And yes, those are all billion with a B. The Indiana Soybean Alliance, Indiana Corn Marketing Council, and the Indiana Corn Growers Association have joined forces to be a networking source for Indiana corn and soybean farmers. According to their website, there are approximately 20,000 corn and soybean family farms in Indiana. Indiana ranks 5th in the U.S. in corn production and 4th in soybean production. In 2023, 5.45 million acres of corn were planted, with 5,310,000 acres being harvested. In that same year, 5.5 million acres of soybeans were planted, with 5,480,000 acres being harvested. Now we will get into the exports. An export is a commodity, article, or service sold abroad. That means it is produced in Indiana, but transported and sold out of the state. The top agricultural export was soybeans, contributing $2.6 billion. Next was corn at $1.3 billion, feed grains at $835 million, soybean meal at $471 million, and lastly was pork at $393 million. There are other non-agricultural items that are moved by truck in the state of Indiana. First, we have miscellaneous medications. Next, we have motor vehicle transmissions. And then we also have aircraft, engines, and parts. Now let's take a look at the Amazon relay opportunities in the state of Indiana. If we take a look at the load board, within a 100-mile radius of Indianapolis, there are a handful of facilities. When you narrow the search radius to 25 miles, it significantly decreases. The majority of the loads are facility to facility, which means there are no sort centers within a 25-mile radius of Indianapolis. When searching for the loads, remember you can filter in different ways, such as deadhead, from shortest to longest, so that you can easily determine which facilities are closest to your location. You can also filter by total payout, price per mile, and start date. To find out how to best utilize the Amazon Relay Load Board, join us over on Patreon. There we share strategy on how to run Amazon efficiently and share exclusive information on how we are able to make 6 figures with Amazon as owner-operators. The links are in the description and pinned to the top of the comments. Now, after you join us over there, be sure to join the Indiana Motor Truck Association. That can be found at intrucking.org. There are tons of resources, educational classes, and networking events. Check out their calendar for upcoming both professional and fun activities scheduled for the rest of this year, as well as what's in store for 2025. With that, we thank you for joining us for What's Moving, a state trucking series. Be sure to check out all 50 states. Until next time, stay safe and stay motivated.